way out. Yes.
An interesting card.
Oh, we're up.
We have here we
Right.
are.
Chris Vincent, Raoul Zimmermann, semi-finals. Junk versus Control. It is Control, isn't it? Yes. Junk versus Control. This is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah,
This could be a
Raoul has been
very good game
absolute
between the two
hero
of
the
these.
entire game.
Who are we banking on? Who's your pick?
My bank?
Any Irish top eight? I don't think so.
I don't believe so. No.
No, there was some definitely like I think they were like top 20. There was some Irish guys in. But who's your pick? On the spot.
Oh wow.
On the spot. You have to pick one.
Raoul.
Raoul.
The man is larger than life. He really is. I mean, he's great. He came in and gave a really nice interview, nice insight on it. He switched from Judd to Junk. Ironically, because I believe Cyrus switched the other way around.
He won't win just because he's fat. That's fat? How's that possible?
How many turned up? It was
180 something, wasn't
I
it?
think it was closer to 190. And even late on, even deep into the round.
We still had 160 round 6 or 7, didn't we?
Definitely.
So yeah, that's how.
This is a very big multiplier.
For magic points, isn't it? Yes.
Obviously, a great way if you're sick of just trying to pick points up from
Grinding out
here,
F&M.
you don't have to. Come here.
That's how I got my points.
If you compete all the way through the day, every round you're
getting triple points on all your games. So obviously these guys are going to get bucket loads of points.
Believe the coverage. If it's not available now, it may be available. It certainly be available later.
Yeah.
We will get an answer on that for you. It will be under the Metagames Live name that'll have the previous videos. I believe it should have stored it.
Yeah, I think it should be.
It should have stored it already because we interrupted the footage to obviously move.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are.
They're up now on Twitch.
It's confirmed they are up on the Twitch account, on the archive. Feel free to go through it as much as you want. You may get an insight into Raoul's deck. He was up on coverage before. If you're interested maybe in what Matt Light is playing, he's in the other semi-final. He was on the camera twice earlier in succession.
So we've got Raoul is obviously going first, so he's picking whether he's keeping his hand or not.
Yeah, it should be noted at this point
So
that
Raoul is
has
keeping
an advantage in that he's the highest seed in this match.
Highest seed left in the game.
Yeah, he is actually the highest seed left, with closely followed by Matt Light, and that's the first one. That is the first one.
Turn 1 death right. So we've got an island coming in,
and that is a dismember.
Dismember.
Straight off the bat, no worries.
Well,
dismember. That is only a 2-0 for Chris though, but that's an instant answer. Obviously, shaming's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
As you can only imagine it would do.
It is a problem. It can be, if left out, it can be a massive problem. That's the township and a Tarmogoyf. That's a 2-3 Tarmogoyf.
We did see the Gavin Township be massively
very
relevant.
good, yes. So we've got a 2-3 Tarmogoyf. And Chris is
Ooh, that is Colonnade. That is not a particularly fast answer.
No.
I mean, we already have instant in the graveyard and a creature. So the littlest Tarmogoyf that could is and a dismember number
second
2.
dismember.
He only has 2 in the entire deck.
They're gone.
Dismember.
So
2 answers.
If we see another Tarmogoyf here, I think Chris is in trouble.
I think if we see another dismember, Chris is in trouble.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to
Geist of Saints Draft.
It looks like Raoul's
They
on lands.
are dropping bombs in this game.
Oh, that is. He does have a follow-up.
Might be a Liliana or a
Dark
Bob.
Confident. That is a good answer.
Dark Confidant is nice.
Yeah. You can't dismember.
No. So the Angel comes swinging through for 6. Because Bob's not going to block.
As strange as it sounds, I wouldn't be entirely. I think that signals that Chris has another one in hand. It's a bit reckless that early. I mean, that is a very good reveal.
Oh,
That is an overgrown team off
good
the top.
man.
Nothing. I know dropping bombs to win games.
It's insane.
I
think it's...
No, if you'd seen the pod matchup, the split twin matchup where they had to go aggro with rubbish monsters,
Pestamite for the win.
Our
So earlier where we were having to watch Pestamites flick through for the win, seeing turn 3 Geists and Tarmogoyfs.
that is Thrun.
Hi,
And there is absolutely.
He's got nothing against that.
Chris
Has he
Vincent-
got any board wipes?
He has absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
He
So
has-
Thrun is staying on the field.
Thrun is a huge bomb. And that is Vidillion Clique. Now remember, Raoul is very low on life.
Well, they both are.
No, but still, it should be noted that Geist of St. Traff obviously puts out the Angel. Vidillion Clique, that's 7 in the air. That's nearly lethal if he doesn't block with Thrun.
He's gonna block. He's gonna block Geist with Thrun.
I would like to see Chris potentially. Oh, we have Vidillion Clique come down. That is double Liliana in hand.
Well,
I think he might take.
the Thought sees himself.
He's going to get rid of the Thoughtseize. I don't like that. Thoughtseize is very quickly going to become useless for Raoul.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of a dead card.
Unless Chris is very... That just shows you that Chris is very fond of the card in his hand, from the sounds of things.
I do
Potentially.
apologise if one of us is actually echoey. We are sat quite close to each other.
I'll move
here.
away again.
So we'll try and put a little bit of distance between us.
Well, hopefully that'll help out a little bit.
That'll clear that up.
So, the thing is, does Chris attack?
At least with a clique, maybe.
The Clique came in this turn.
But it has flash, remember? It came in at the
Oh,
end
yes,
of
it
the
did.
turn.
You're right. Yes. Yeah, it was probably because we were so close.
Yeah, I
he
think
swung
it's
with everything.
because
Thrun
I'm getting a bit
blocks
feedback
Geist.
from Ben,
Yeah.
Ben's getting a little bit of feedback from
So, yeah.
me, and we are sat in a fairly, not small area,
No, but
but we obviously have to keep ourselves
Thrun takes
vaguely
out
contained.
Thrun takes out Geist of St. Traft,
Yep. That is
and down comes another Geist of St. Traft.
that is a beating right there.
So
Oh, that is an
Inquisition
Inquisition.
of he's got that's 2 reveals and lost 1 life out of
Get
it.
a life update here.
He should be down to what, 5? 2. He's down to 2. He's got it. They're up.
Ah.
So Raoul is down to 2. This is a difficult one for him at this point. Inquisition of Kozilek. Yeah, I can see that. That's a...
Ooh, oh, that's a remand.
That's the remand which
that
is
is
going.
Big. That is a big play for Raoul, especially since he now can get Liliana down if he wants it. It's only a watery grave for Chris. Yeah, I think he was riding on that remand.
However, you can't put Lily down because Lily doesn't help here.
He's dead on the board, really, isn't he? It's odd. Lingering Souls. Oh, well done.
Well, that's
Well done. That is, just to be clarified, they are not Pokemon. They are spirit
they are
tokens.
spirit tokens.
Acting.
Well, how about that?
That is pretty good. I'm not entirely sure I like Raoul's pass, but then I've doubted everything else he's done today. He's dangerous.
He's in a very good position
I
here.
would have liked to see him swing with Bob. He risks nothing. He could potentially kill himself.
Is that a Mutavault coming down? That's a Mutavault in play.
Ooh. He's put Water Grave in, but he's put it into play tapped.
So we know he's got a land in hand.
Yeah, he hasn't used it.
No.
So he's not getting in with a colonnade.
No.
Wow, that's
big. Yep.
He could have shocked himself, definitely.
He hasn't.
He could have got in with the colonnade and the angel token
and that's
the
lethal.
Plague, and that's it. That is it.
And I think he's let Raoul get away with this.
Raoul could still die on his upkeep.
Raoul, of course.
Yeah, he's actually going to let him do it. It's a thought seize. He's not dead.
Wow.
He's not dead.
Wow.
I think Raoul is just, I think he's breathing a sigh of relief, and who could blame him? He should be dead by now.
Yes.
He should by now be dead.
So.
And Chris has let him get right back in this. I mean, he could easily pull the trigger on another Lingering Souls, get a bunch of tokens.
Can you, with Liliana's effect, can you target
Raoul
yourself?
Definitely deserves this game for that. It was quite a big miss.
Yeah. Can you Liliana yourself? Can you make yourself sack a creature as it target opponent?
2 seconds, I'll find out. In fact, we'll just know what to ask the feed. I'll be lazy.
Get them to do the research for us.
Is Liliana a target player?
If he had one more mana, he'd be much better off because he can. I think for this
target player.
Yeah.
So he could play Liliana and make him sacrifice his own confident, and if he has a land, maybe flashback Lingering Souls to be safe.
Yeah. So he needs the land though.
I'd hate to see that. Now the only thing I'm thinking of is
he's flashback the Lingering Souls.
If he was just suspecting Liliana might be a problem, he might be keeping the colonnade to sacrifice to it.
It's a Deathrite.
Deathrite Shaman. But
this is still an issue that if he plays
Deathrite Shaman could save Raoul here because he can gain some life by eating a creature.
Yes, because he can do it in the upkeep.
Yeah. He's still not safe. There's only a few cards in his deck that it could kill him at 3 life.
Yeah.
It's much safer than 2 life. Yeah, if Township could, be back-breaking.
Now Vince is left in a difficult... Vincent's lift is a difficult decision here. Does he wait and hopefully take out... Raoul takes himself out?
I mean, if he has an answer for the Shaman, yes. I cannot see a reason he can't just win off the trigger. But what happens if he gets a land?
Yeah, it's very possible.
This is the problem.
Bring your own tokens.
Well, he has brought his own tokens.
No, Chris.
Chris hasn't brought his own tokens. Raoul is definitely prepared for it.
Yes, he's brought...
Is that a Giovanni's Persian?
I think he is
That is a Giovanni's Persian.
Has Chris passed?
Yeah, that is a good point. If Geist gets in, Bob will probably block it.
Yeah, so you can't risk attacking with Geist.
I mean, the clique cannot get through. The colonnade now is pretty useless.
Yeah. This is a difficult decision.
And he is in the tank now, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Raoul Zimmermann is at 1 life.
In fairness, Chris has messed up here.
He's passed his own Dark Confidence.
Of course he has! He passed!
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic. And he gets in the land as well.
Let's get the land for the Gathering Township.
That was fantastic.
It's extremely difficult to show a dice as a tapped creature.
True.
Yeah. Well, we could be seeing Raoul Zimmermann come back from the verge of defeat here.
This
He's
is
no longer. He's at one life, but he's no longer in danger of the Bob Confident killing him.
well.
Chris wasn't expecting to top 8. I'm pretty sure he wasn't.
So, Raoul avoids disaster.
That would have been a pretty harsh moment for Chris to have a remand for that.
Yeah.
But Chris probably is going to get.
Oh, Chris. Well, he messed up in a major way with the bringing the landing tap.
He did. And well, if Raoul activates
We've got Liliana of the Vale. Liliana could come in. Start getting him to sack creatures up.
Got 2. No, it's not lethal.
No.
No, because he has the colonnade and he has the cleat.
Yeah. So you could drop Liliana. Start sacking him creatures up.
Yeah, get his creatures off the board. You're not in danger of losing.
No.
It should be pointed out.
Chris has no
Raoul
mass
is at
removal.
1, but Chris has no direct damage of any
Chris has
kind.
no direct damage, has no mass removal.
And it should be noted, even though he has Sword of Peace and Famine, he has Sword of War and Peace, but he hasn't seen either of them as yet. And by themselves, they're not necessarily a killer.
No. And Thrun swings through.
Yep. And what is Chris going to do?
There's not a great deal he can
He's
do.
going to throw the Clique under it.
Click under the bus.
Yep. Clique takes 1 for the team.
So, Liliana here, yeah?
Yeah. Now it has been pointed out that Maul Haunt is on Chris's side. As lingering souls again.
He is
That is
just throwing up so many.
Oh dear. There's a
Gyarados and a Ninetales.
Ninetales.
I love how they're all the classic ones as well. It's all the original Pokemon
And I
cards.
like that Raoul is keeping up the Shaman as well.
Yeah,
Because
keeps the Shaman open.
He can ding,
he can just stop.
ding Chris to 4.
Yeah.
That is a Mullen Haunt.
That's Mullen Haunt into
Making
another
yet another
spirit.
spirit token.
But in fairness, for all Chris's tokens, he's still outnumbered 3-1 in his
Does have 2
spirits.
Mutant Vaults. He does have 2 colonnades. He is not.
He
out
hasn't
of
got the
this.
mana to play all of them though.
Has.
Scoop face, Chris.
We have said this so many times today.
Don't scoop at this point.
Scoop, but don't do it.
No, at this stage, Chris is in a.
You could scoop to make
Chris
it
is in a
quicker,
very
but remember, Chris is in no pressure time-wise.
yeah. Sword and War and Peace on a top deck wins him this game. Because you just put it on one of them flying tokens, and that's game over.
That is extremely. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So
exactly.
he can sit here and he can wait. I mean, he's not got a massive amount of waiting because the Death Right can deal it. Because in theory, Raoul can win it next turn. Because if he goes this turn with the
enough
Death Right.
tokens to Gavney Township for the win, surely.
Well, yeah. You what you do is you've
I'll-
got Death Right hitting him for 2 this turn. You have Death Right next turn hitting him for 2, so that puts him on 2. And you swing with everything
it was
with
extremely relevant. Getting netting Zill's persecution,
yeah.
because that would be. And
So the
I
Mutavault
think he
comes
might
up.
actually be getting aggressive here.
He has to realistically.
I mean, he has 2 spirit tokens. He has the Geist Craft. He doesn't have a colonnade to activate. But he does have the Mutavault, so he has 5 attackers.
I mean, the thing is,
Unless, of course, he has something.
he has
in
to
hand.
He has to keep something back to block.
I mean,
Because if he doesn't, Thrun wins.
he does have Path available. We haven't seen Elspeth come out yet.
But yeah, he has to leave something out because Thrun wins.
Yeah.
Thrun hits for lethal. He has to keep something back to block Thrun.
Who else was in the top 8? Well, we can definitely tell you that the other semi-final going on at the moment. There's 2 people in the top 8. That's
So
Matt
the
Light
Mutavault,
with blue, white, red control. And he's
Mutavault
playing
and Geist have swung.
Sims Bales, who's playing Jund. Other
So-
such highlights of the unfortunate people who are no longer in it.
Now, here's a thought. Do you double block the Geist?
We are actually having the top 8 at the shop as we speak. It is at, we are now at Fanboy 3. We have
Do you
moved away
double
from the
block
hotel.
Geist?
Do you block Geist?
Do you double block
Do you
Geist?
double block Geist?
You have to block him. Do you double block him?
I don't see why not.
He's got 3 creatures swinging in.
Well, he has. He technically...
3
Yeah, he
creatures.
has 3 creatures.
3 creatures are coming through. He's got at most 3 creatures that he can block with.
So he has to block the angel token. Well, he has to block everything.
He has to block everything. He has to,
mean,
everything can't get
Well,
through.
not necessarily.
No, he does.
No, he could let one of the attackers through.
And try and
Well, it just
no.
uses the shaming, goes up to 3 life,
No, he
and
wants
then goes down to 1
at
again.
this stage. He wants to make sure that he can do the damage to Chris.
I mean, is he going to go for the damage, or is he going to prop his life total up?
Well, no, he's going to do the damage to Chris. He
He is indeed. He is indeed choosing a card to remove, putting Chris to 4.
and now he's now got
Oh, this is...
4 creatures to attack, and only 3 creatures
Yeah.
at most that can block.
Now, we don't know if Chris's graveyard is currently empty of creatures, so we don't know for definite whether
Even
he
if
can Mold and Haunt or not. I don't believe so. I don't.
Even if he could, he'd only have 3 creatures to block.
I mean, this really is Raoul's going to win now. I mean, it's quite absurd that he got right back in this when...
Oh yeah,
I mean, Chris had him dead that turn, had he noticed
Yeah.
it.
he didn't notice. He misplayed. It is looking like it potentially costs him this game.
I believe he has a clique in hand. We will have to see.
And he's
Wow, this is Raoul all
that's
in.
brave. That's
Oh,
that is brave.
oh, wow, that is... He is going for every single point of damage, and to be honest, who can blame
That
him?
is a brave man right there.
You have to... He's all in on the Gary Township.
Yeah, this should be blindingly obvious. So he's going to activate a Mutavault to block. One of the spirits is coming through, so that's 2 damage. He's got 1 to block.
Now,
It's going through. It's lethal. He activates the township, and this is lethal. He's declared his blockers,
it is presumably that is lethal with Township.
and
Surely Raoul's not going to forget Township. We said this before.
he can't forget township. He's won too many times with Township.
They are discussing something at length.
Township activates.
Township. Plus
Which
1
is-
plus 1 counter on all of his
That's
creatures.
lethal. That's lethal
4
game.
points of lethal damage. Does he have an answer?
Yes!
Doesn't.
Raoul wins
Raoul
the
Zimmermann
first game.
Wins game 1 of the semi-final against Chris Vincent. Wow. I mean,
This guy is destined.
oh dear.
Destined to win this thing.
Raoul Zimmermann is probably, like, he should go all the way now.
Yeah. You
Like,
should see like
He is...
like heavenly rays descending on him and a halo around his head.
Chris
This guy just
Vincent-
miracled
Chris
into that
Vincent
win.
Clicked away a zealous persecution and still couldn't get there.
That is. There is some divine providence behind Raoul in this
The
game.
commentator said if you make a mistake in your top 8, you are out. Yeah, he could well have cost himself the
Yeah.
chance at the final.
I said it at the start. There is no room for error in the top 8.
I would be happy to see the junk deck because at least it'll be quicker than blue-white control.
Yeah, I mean,
Could you imagine if we had Matt Light and Chris Vincent in the in the final, 2 control decks going at it hammer and tongs, or rather not?
yeah, like I said at the start of the top 8,
These are the attackers you're looking for.
at top 8 level, you make a mistake, you lose games.
Yeah,
Your opponent will punish you every time at this level.
just don't do it.
And he should have, hitting the top 8, he should have seen that play. And it was lethal damage. You just have to think it through. It's
We'll try and get
We
you an
haven't
update
got
now.
an update on the other semi-finals yet.
We do have.
We
our
will
judge
look
at the
into it,
table,
so we will see
in
how
the
it's
feed.
going.
He will check it out for you.
We will look into it. But yeah, Raoul played solidly again. He had good plays throughout. No sort of massive mistakes. He had answers to all of his issues. He had exiled his own
Basically,
dark confidant.
He punted that match. That is a punt, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
is a punt.
That is a punt.
Earlier on,
This
An update on the other
I'm getting
games.
excited now.
Right.
I'm getting very excited because
Cyrus, T-shirt
Bale
guy, is
currently-
one game up
is currently
against
1-0
Matt
against
Light.
Matt Light. We could see Jun
We
versus Jun.
we could see Raoul versus
Final.
T-shirt guy in the final.
Yeah, we could see
Oh.
versus T-shirt guy.
Oh,
in the
this is
final.
going good.
That is, yes, you heard that right. T-shirt
Cyrus.
Cyrus Bales.
Cyrus Bale,
1-0 up against
1-up.
Matt Light.
Matt Light.
And I might add, Matt Light was on the play.
He was.
He was on the play. Yes,
T-shirt guy.
If you have not seen him, hopefully he will be in the final.
T-shirt guy's called T-shirt guy because he is
Go back
wearing.
through the footage
Yeah,
and find him.
look at the footage. He's basically wearing a shirt with his name in giant letters across his front. Cyrus Bale, awesome name, as I said when he was in the
Cyrus
original
Bale,
one.
it's-
Cyrus.
I like the name Cyrus.
It reminds me of Con Air, Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah,
Malkovich.
I like it. Wow.
So Cyrus is one. No, this is exciting. This
Done
is. Not,
sideboarding. Right. Well, I suppose we better figure out how Chris.
looking at sideboards, right? So let's look. So we've got Raoul's sideboard. He's got a Thought Seize,
Probably yes.
Baneslayer,
I like the idea of him having Baneslayer.
Stony Silence. Not really that useful. Zealous Persecution.
Definitely.
Spellskite.
Yes, I think so.
Back to Nature.
Not so. No.
Timely Reinforcements.
Probably not relevant. A
Sword of War and Peace. Not massively
Interesting,
relevant, but possibly.
I could see him bringing in maybe Maelstrom Pulse.
Maelstrom Pulse and Abrupt Decay are the last two.
Abrupt Decay deals with the Angel token, for starters.
Yes.
That is good. And it deals with swords as well.
It does deal with the swords.
And now he doesn't actually, he hasn't seen Chris's swords at all.
No, so he doesn't know they're in there.
Now Chris is an interesting sideboard because he has engineered explosives in there. Absolutely fantastic against the
Yes.
Raven Souls tokens.
Very
That
much so.
Meddling
Supreme
Mage-
Verdict has to put the
Meddling
verdict
Mage,
in.
he already knows what Raoul is playing.
Yeah.
If you put that down on Throne,
Yeah, but he has to put Supreme Verdict in. He needs that mass removal in the main deck.
I like Chris's choice of putting Sunlance in the board.
Sunlance.
1 white mana, 3 damage to something that isn't a creature that isn't white.
Yes.
Like,
Sunland.
yeah, I'll Sunlance your Shaman. I'll do it on
Sunlance
Confident.
Bob, yeah. Tarmogoyf
Maybe even
even.
Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
Maybe even Kitchen Finks could be again another relevant play that defends against Thurn all day.
Yeah, it does.
I think Chris will pull one back at least. It is the tech.
Sunlance is the tech. So,
I will check for you. It does have the one of Ajandro Castle to protect his. He obviously didn't see it in that game. He's running 4 Mutavaults, 4 Colonnades, and 1 Moorland Horns. We didn't see Elspeth either.
no Elspeth. No
That
sign
could
of
have
Elspeth.
Can you imagine him finding Elspeth for Geist there?
Yeah.
Jump the Geist, in with the Angel.
Solid.
I'd just like to see Raoul ride Baneslayer Angel all the way to the final.
Oh,
Just the one of Baneslayer Angel, boom!
hits the field, swings like
Maybe he
a
gets
boss.
early and then accelerates out into it, and then like,
Yeah.
or maybe Death Right.
Death rights and mana
like a
accelerate.
3 Baneslayer. Let's turn it sideways. Turn it sideways again.
And scoop.
And both of these guys in very good humour, which is very good.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Nice to see. That sort of thing in the top 4. So, is this Chris? Is this Chris after a mulligan?
Oh, he is.
That's 4.
5, 6. I believe Chris is on a mulligan. That is really, and he is on the play. So
He is on the play. So he's
cannot
keeping
recover,
this.
but that is a hallowed fountain to lead us off. And Raoul will lead with a Verdant Catacombs.
Verdant Catacomb.
Now, hopefully Raoul won't stumble on mana this time either, because he did stumble early on.
He's sacking it already.
So
that means he's got a play by the looks of it. Shaman.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had something like that. It's
a Thoughtseize or a Shaman.
He's thinking about it.
It's a Shaman.
We will see whether he regrets that. Because he has the Thoughtseize.
He has the Thoughtseize as well. You want to... Thoughtseize turn 1 can be an issue. You might want to wait a turn or two to sort of give the person time to draw into some more answers and more plays. So I can see why you can also run the Shaman turn to 1.
I mean, I don't think it's a wrong play necessarily. I think Chris is now representing Remand. Otherwise, why would he put out the Watery Grave untapped? It's ironic that he put the Watery Grave out untapped this
now,
time,
as opposed to before.
Him so badly earlier.
Oh come on, Raoul's surely not mana screwed.
I don't believe he is. Surely he isn't.
No, he's got a land in hand. He's got the green in hand as well. But he is... He just tapped out his man to play a Smiter.
That is
so,
turn 2.
You have a Remand, do you? I'll play this Smiter instead.
That is... that is a nice turn 2 play.
Yep. And well, it plays around the Remand.
Yeah.
The potential Remand in his hand. Yeah.
So it's not just Thrun getting in on the action.
No,
he's Smiter as well. And, oh wow, you've got to be feeling for Chris right now.
And again, he's not got a whole lot of removal to deal with that at this stage.
He doesn't.
Especially at 3 mana, that is causing some damage.
We saw in the first game how 2 back-to-back dismembers just blew out Raoul's early offense.
Yes.
But this
so
game,
unless he's got one in his hand, which he would have already played.
Dismember, maybe keeping up Remand as well.
Well, he would have dismembered last turn.
I wouldn't be surprised, although if we see a Clique maybe on draw step. But you've got to feel for Chris, because he's going to get Inquisitioned and Thoughtseize this turn.
Yeah,
surely.
He's losing some cards here.
Basically, this is how much better I've got at evaluating cards now. That when we were drafting, I got some good cards.
Maybe confident. I mean, the dangerous thing to point out is between main deck and board, Chris only has 1 sweeper, and it's 1 Supreme Verdict. Is that going to cost him?
It potentially can, and we're going into a Inquisition of Kozilek.
He filtered his mana through a Twilight Mire. The Inquisition is pretty harsh. A Remand is not a good answer, because he'll just play it again.
Play it again. That's the thing. He's got the 1 mana open.
A great answer.
So he's sitting there going, "Remand me, come on, hit me with the counter." No, he's letting it through.
Sunlance, Clique, Elspeth, engineered explosives.
Oh, no counters.
No counters whatsoever. Bear, does he just go explosives?
I'd go with the explosives.
Out
of that list.
I think there's anything wrong with him taking Sunlance.
There's no
Don't
problem
take
with
a Clique, because leaving it at the second one.
In theory, you could take the Sunlance and then use the 1 remaining mana to exile it with the Shaman.
It goes for the Engineer's Explosion.
Yeah, it's probably the safer play. It takes the Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize probably going to pick Elspeth.
Thoughtseize is probably going to take Elspeth out.
You've got
because
If Raoul
The
doesn't,
Sunlance can't hit
that will be his
Smiter.
punt for this
Yeah.
semi-final.
So Smiter can't get
He
hit by the
does
Sunlance.
indeed. That is devastating. That is Elspeth and Engineer Explosives both gone. Engineer Explosives would have been a great answer to Shaman there.
Yeah.
Inquisition and Thoughtseizes is indeed very brutal, especially after a Smiter.
And the Smiter swings in,
Smiter is
and he's
just-
got the land in case he wants to exile
and
stuff
that's
for more
exactly
damage.
14, and it's only
And
on his
he's-
turn. And he has the clique though.
He has a clique.
He
He has-
might click. He's going to click his own clique to the bottom of his deck. I like that.
Yeah. It gives him something fresh. Gives him something that Raoul doesn't know about.
And we have Chris is getting aggro.
Chris is getting
That's
aggro.
the perfect thing to do when you're on the back heel.
When you're on the back hill with something that can outpace you.
That is a path, I believe, on the Shaman.
In response,
He's going to
search out and crack. This is going to be something to do some 2 more damage, I think.
Yep. And I believe it's probably going to be a Godless Shrine, untapped. I mean, Raoul can afford to lose some life here.
God the Shrine,
Yep.
untapped,
Yep,
so
there
it
we are.
goes down to 14 or 15.
15, I believe they've already applied.
Exiling something
they've
out.
already applied the life
Just 2
loss.
something down, so Chris is down to 12.
Oh, Zealous to kill the clique would be absurd. And Chris just has a Mutavault as a follow-up to the clique attack, and
And he doesn't have the second clique anymore, so the
now, it
Smiter
could
should
be
probably be
it
swinging
should
in.
be added that if that was a path on the Shaman, Raoul forgot to search.
Yeah.
He does have. He does have. Like we'll just confirm whether that was a path played.
Thought ceasing.
It was the sun. It was the
Oh, it's the
Sunlance.
Sunlance. So he's got a land in his hand.
Thank you very much for that.
There's-
I wondered why. I didn't think he would forget to search for something like that. That's a thought. Oh dear. Oh, he's just stripping his hand away, and this is sick.
Oh.
I'm actually being sickened by
This
by this match. It's so in his pocket, and you've got to wonder. Smite is a pretty good aggressive card.
Yeah.
Not a lot of answers to it from Vincent.
And in theory, it's a 3-turn clock.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a fast clock. Hello. That's the clique gone.
The clique has died a death.
War and Peace deals with that.
It's very true.
So we're down to 7 for Chris Vincent.
He is getting aggressive. They're both at 7 now. Now we don't know. Like Chris could be sat on Dismember.
No, we saw he only had a land in his hand, so he has to. There's a dismember there. So
Whereas in Squadron Hawks, indeed, we have not seen him the entire match.
yeah.
Well, sometimes you just don't draw your 4-ofs.
So Chris,
Or maybe it's a possibility he boarded them out. Maybe he didn't think they were going to be that good in this matchup.
maybe he did.
He was certainly
He's just having a life dispute here about whose life is on
He did
what.
bring in the explosives, for definite. He definitely brought that, and he brought in the Sunlancers as well. Maybe the Squawks went out for them, but I think that's a bad call. Smiter makes a sticky end,
Yeah.
and
Raoul's on the play.
Raoul has Chris at 4. It should be clarified. He is almost blue-white. He has a single watery grave. That's a single watery grave.
Oh!
Cyrus.
T-shirt guy is into the final. beating
Bales.
Matt Light.
Matt Light, I might add,
2-0.
I might add, Matt Light went undefeated all the way here.
All the way
He dropped
through.
a game. He dropped a game all day.
Oh, we've had a dark confident hit the field for Raoul.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
isn't this a turn up
T-shirt
for
guy
the
is
book?
going to the Pro Tour.
T-shirt
Sure.
guy is going to the Pro Tour.
Cyrus Bales. Oh my.
Wow.
This-
That's a Mutavault coming
yeah,
through.
I believe the one watery grave is there just to make dismember.
A little less painful.
And it's also there for engineered explosives.
Yeah.
It does add another colour. Just to be clarified, Cyrus Bales playing Jund will be one of the finalists.
Jund hits
It's not.
the final.
He will be in. So, wow. Thrun
Thrun
has joined it,
Thrun hits the field.
and the problem is he's got mana up for regeneration. There is
Yep.
no answer that Chris can
Yeah,
produce.
Chris has no answer
has
for
no
Thrun.
outs to it.
And he,
That stop.
unless he draws a creature, the Mutavault has to stay back and block.
Yep. Raoul is on 3, but there's no colonnade.
Yep.
There's
He's
no
got
fifth land.
he's got
There's
nothing.
No, Mutavault is not enough to get past Thrun.
Nope.
And, well, Thrun's lethal.
Thrun is lethal at this stage.
Wow, you... oh dear.
No matter what's
It is
in his
a
hand,
one
there is
slot qualifier.
there is nothing.
And Raoul's looking pretty good to be vying for that one slot qualifier. Yeah, draw and play colonnade and play it, but he hasn't. He has passed back. No, Thrun comes in.
Well, Thrun has to go.
Yeah.
Thrun has to just
It-
hit,
Mutavault
punches the
blocks.
Mutavault in the face,
Yeah,
takes it down. There's little to nothing that he can do about that, I don't think.
I would have
He's
loved
pathing to exile his own Mutavault
to get mana.
to get some mana.
It's for value. I don't. There's well.
Oh, he's got an Abrupt Decay in his hand.
Wow. Did Raoul just miss a win there? In response to he goes to animate the Mutavault and he just Abrupt Decays it. No blockers.
Can Abrupt Decay kill non-land, kill
Oh,
land
no.
permanents?
No, I believe it is a non-land. I'm not sure. No, I'm not. It's non-land. Thank you.
Yes,
I knew
non-land.
there'd be a reason why you didn't do it. But to be honest, it really. We do apologise. We don't know. We don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of all the cards. But you are thankfully here.
So
to
we've
help
now
out.
got a
And these guys are both really good.
yeah.
The problem is we don't know if Squadron Hawk is even in his deck anymore.
No, we don't read it.
And Raoul just keeps on ticking in.
So this is a Kitten Sphinx.
Yeah, Kitchen Sphinx is a good. It's the odd thing is, but it's not lethal
No,
because if he has to block, now
it gets smaller,
it should be noted Chris can go to 2 off this attack,
which is what he's done.
which he has done.
If he gets the land,
Now Raoul needs a blocker, or he's dead, because that thinks is lethal.
but he's
Oh no, it's
got
not
the
because
Abrupt
the
Decay.
Abrupt Decay makes him not
got the
lethal.
Abrupt Decay.
Yeah.
And he hasn't pulled the land by the looks of things.
Yeah, he does have the decay. What if he had double decay? I mean, that would
So
be...
Abrupt Decay takes it out.
Abrupt decay takes it out
So it comes back, puts Chris back to 4.
Yeah, he goes to 4.
It still means if Raoul has a
Still
removal,
means Thrun's is
Yeah.
lethal.
Raoul can still,
I
if
mean,
he
could have
can
something
remove
like
the
Pact of
kitchen.
Exile.
Yep, any kind of removal here.
And I believe Chris has passed again.
Any kind of removal here, and this is over.
Remember, Chris no longer has Mutavault. He has to have something like a sword in order to present lethal next turn.
Yeah. Or he plays a land. A land helps him here as well.
No, it doesn't.
Does it not?
No.
Has he not got the mana
It
anymore?
doesn't have colonnade.
No, he doesn't.
Thoughtseize.
The supreme verdict.
Thoughtseize supreme verdict. Wow. Zealous persecution removes the kitchen piece, and we are done. Raoul Zimmermann.
Bravo, Raoul. Bravo.
Raoul Zimmermann advances.
That is fantastic.
He advances.
So,
Wow.
we have our final.
It should be pointed out Supreme Verdict allows regeneration, which is why Thrun, he was always going to... Well, we have Junk versus Jund for the final.
Well, what a final matchup that's going to be.
Junk versus Jund.
Raoul Zimmermann, the man blessed by divine grace, by it seems.
And it should also be noted again, for Raoul, he is still the top seed.
Yeah, Raoul's on the play.
And it's important because he gets to choose whether he wants to be on the draw or the play for the first game.